For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Yeah, a man shall desire to go in the city and not be able. That's talking about martial law. Clearly. That's talking about martial law. And you done had little teasers of martial law, but we all gonna know when it's really that time. When you really can't go into another city on a nationwide scale. Why? Because people gonna be up in the uproar. When you see United Nations come in with all them troops from different countries under the guise of United Nations, which gonna have Russians, Chinese, and other people there. When they rationing out food, and then ultimately when they pull out that mark of the beast check, then y'all gonna know when it's martial law. Then it's gonna be too late. If you don't get into this truth now, but for you tribes, all you other heathens, fuck it. Because the shit ain't for you anyways.
That's right.
But if you're a part of these tribes, if you don't get with this thing now, you're gonna get caught up in that. And you're gonna have some brothers get caught up in that, but they're gonna have the Lord if they part of the elect.
Verse 18. For because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Those same people that you watch the Mayweather fight with, gonna be the same people fighting with you in them days.
Right.
The same people you have barbecues with, you just celebrated Mother's Day with, y'all gonna be beefing. You're gonna fight against your neighbor. Because these times are going to be the worst times of all. So look up historical disasters. Look up all the worst times in the history, like the Black Plague, like 70 AD when the Romans went in Jerusalem. Just many different. You just look up all those times. This is going to be worse than all of those. That's what's going to cause you to go up against your neighbor. Cause you to go up against your brother. Cause you to go up against your cousin. Even your fucking mama, like it says in the scripture. Well, y'all people gonna lose y'all damn mind. But what we out here doing, we giving y'all, we through the spirit of power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we giving y'all, like the brother Razan like to say, the spiritual plate, we letting y'all know what's up. But y'all still don't want to get down with it.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 13. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them. And they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor. And his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor.
Yeah, it's going to be a great tumult. So everybody want to protest together, and everybody, you got Edomites protesting with Jake, and Jake wanting to be like Edomites. And everybody holding hands and everybody all cool because the society lets you do what the fuck you want to do. It's going to be a great tumult to make everybody go up against each other. It's going to be straight chaos. And that's what the Lord wants, but he putting the spirit on these Edomites, these elite Edomites, banking families. They want that shit too because they believe that out of chaos becomes order. But they don't know that the Lord is doing this. The Lord making this chaos so that his order can come.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will rise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me.
And Babylon is America. So you people say God bless America. The Lord said he's going to rise up against America, which is Babylon. Which is the whore of Babylon.
I'll destroy wind, and will send into Babylon fanners, that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble, they shall be against her round about.
Round about. Nukes gonna come everywhere to this place. This Lord wants to destroy this place. He wants this place to straight confusion. This place is straight hell defiant country, or whatever you want to call it. It's the most defiant against the Lord all time. So the Lord gonna make sure this shit get wiped out forever. So his everlasting kingdom will come.
Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow.
Yeah, let the archer bend his bow. What them nukes say? These nukes, that's what it's talking about. Ain't finna get a bow and arrow and blow and send it over here. Iran ain't finna get a bow and arrow and send it. Those bows and arrows is talking about this right here. There was no word for nuke back in those days when Jeremiah was writing that.
That's right.
Go ahead,
and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts.
America is going to be brought down low. America is very prideful. Before destruction is pride. Since they build themselves up like that, since America esteems itself as the beauty of nations, the beauty of kingdoms, the Lord is going to bring them down. The Lord is going to use all these other nations to do it. When the Lord brought down Assyria, after Assyria had captured Israel, it was coming up against the kingdom of Judah. The Lord used Babylon, ancient Babylon, to bring down Assyria. The Lord used ancient Persia to bring down Babylon. So the Lord finna use Iran, Russia, and all those other places to bring down this new Babylon, which is America.
Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets.
The scripture speaks of the streets. Blood shall be as dust in the streets. So in these streets, it's gonna get real nasty. Like I keep iterating, these are gonna be the worst times of all. So you're gonna be liable to see dead bodies in the street. You're gonna smell that funk. You're gonna see people starving to death. You're gonna see people actually kind of looking like the zombies that you see on The Walking Dead.
Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. For his device is against Babylon, to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord.
Okay, so if it's somebody that you're beefing with, and you know they got guns, are you gonna just be like, I ain't worried about that? Please believe America know, them at least know that the shit finna go down, because even though they're gonna try their best to stop it, they still got bunkers made. They still got shit to go out in a space made, because they know that people are capable of bringing this shit down, and they will bring this down, because they know it's in the scriptures also. Even though they dumb as fucking trying to go against it, this shit finna go down.
The vengeance of his temple.
All right, this is Jeremiah 50 and 29. Jeremiah 15 and 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, cast against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work.
All you that bend the bow. If you go in Ezekiel chapter 39, it even says Libya and Ethiopia. So even if they have one, they might have 10. We don't know how many they have. But even if they have one, all you that bend the bow, send them over here to this bitch. And we know China got them. So with that being said, the prophesy that China gonna send them over here. The prophecy said you're gonna send the Medes to destroy this bitch. So Iran gonna send that shit. Russia gonna send that shit. Anybody who got the bow, anybody who got them nuclear missiles, them intercontinental ballistic missiles, y'all send that shit to America. You know they got them at America, because America is a threat to everybody. America liable to go up in anybody's country and go up in there just because they want the resources. And they done proven that time and time again.
It says, if I can say something, it says recompense her according to her work, man. America bombs all these other nations, man. They fly their drones and their various different technologies, and they bomb these other nations. So the Lord said, recompense her according to the same work that she done unto you.
Right.
So if America went around the world bombing other nations, spoiling other nations, destroying other nations, those other nations going to destroy America and bomb America too.
Right.
Jeremiah 50 and 29, call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done. Do unto her, for she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord.
So we done bought out many scriptures talking about that stuff, so it ain't up for interpretation. It ain't up for, you can't say that we don't know what we talking about, we saying this the wrong way. The Lord is going to send nukes over here to America.
That's right.
Even Edomites know that this shit is Babylon. In New York, one of the main gates, the main gate of America, they got a section called West Babylon, America, West Babylon, New York. And when they make some type of news reports on CNN, you'll see it at the bottom. You'll see one of them old ass Edomite crackers, and it say West Babylon, New York. They know what it is.
Behold, I am against thee, thou most proud, saith the Lord God of hosts. For thy day is come, and thy time that I will visit thee.
The day and the time, it's up to the Lord. So the Lord let them build up, and they think that they're going to last forever. The day hasn't come yet, but it is coming. It's knocking on the door. So just because these Edomites, you might see them building a motherfucking new $2 billion stadium. But when that day comes to the Lord, fuck all that shit. All that shit is going to be completed when the Lord says so. These elites, they got plans of a new world order and eugenics and human/robots and shit. But if that shit don't line up with what the Lord wants, you see the time is gonna come when you Edomites, you elites, you Rockefellers, you Rothschilds, the time is gonna come when y'all playing the Lord, y'all ain't gonna be able to do shit. When the Lord is just finna turn the tables and y'all ain't gonna have nothing in y'all control.
And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour round about him.
Yeah, kindle a fire in his cities. In America, which is Babylon. The Lord sending nukes, and also the Lord finna send fire from the chariots. Any structure that you at least got across the world, any country or whatever, the Lord is finna destroy that. However he does it, whether it's fire from the nukes, or fire from the chariots, or him sending his men, his elect there to test shit up, to fuck shit up. The Lord is going to destroy, and the word destructure, the word destroy means to destructure, structurize it. So this structure of this so-called white man's kingdom is going to be over with, till he's at the bottom where he belongs, licking the dust off our feet.
Right.
That's it.